I have block particles off, yes. Not all particles, but specifically block particles. It's just kind of distracting and lags my computer, so... Yeah, it does look a little funky, but I'm used to it now. It's just because of how fast I'm mining, it would be legitimately hard to actually see in front of myself. No. I mean, I don't hate it, but it I prefer not having it. You approach to mining? Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of keeping it fresh for myself. So what I've started doing is I'm basically starting to do like rings around the area. And I'm gonna dig the ring down to the first layer of like right before Deep Slate starts. And it should make like a cool pattern because I'm gonna like stagger it. Like especially once you start getting an aerial view of it. But yeah, it's mainly just to keep it fresh. Because I mean, this does get repetitive. I do enjoy it, but it's always good to keep your mind stimulated. So even with doing the ring, I've actually started digging a little different within the ring as well. So it's basically a mining method within a mining method, if you want to think of it that way. Um, yes and no. So, obviously, if you really wanted to do this project, you probably would want to do either all the deep slate first, or I mean, obviously you'd also probably not want to do it manually, but if you're gonna do it the way I'm doing it, you probably want to either do like a mix of both the Instamine and deep slate, or maybe even just all the deep slate first. But for me personally, I think it's funnier and more interesting to do like, you know, the hard part of the project last. But also, it just makes sense to go, like, top down. Like, it's just easier to do it that way. And it makes sense in a logistical way, too. It would be more awkward to start with an, like, starting from the bottom and going upwards. Because that would be kind of hard to maneuver. It's certainly doable, but it would present its own set of issues. I don't know. I just think it's more entertaining, anyways, to do it that way. Because also, I think this area would look really cool, like, just having it all be deep slate. Like, I've never actually seen an area this large just being, like, all deep slate. Like, at least without just, like, World Dead Air or whatever. I think it would look cool. Probably also look intimidating, especially for me, because, you know, then it's like, oh boy, I have to deal with all that. But that is part of this whole thing. I'm just doing it my way. I mean, for sure. Starting is definitely. I mean, my least favorite part of this project was literally doing everything before the actual digging. Like the first 50 hours of this world, I had to spend just getting all the materials. I hated doing that. Getting the session going. I do think that also can be an issue. And honestly, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but I did stop doing this for a few months. It was a mixture of burnout and being busy. But yeah, I think starting is definitely one of the hardest things to do. But I think I found a more reliable way of getting myself to actually do this. One thing I've really been focused on doing. Yeah, no, I just stopped for a while. But one thing that has helped me start really going again is limiting my playtime most days, especially when I first started doing this project again. So like the first like week or so that I did this, I would force myself to not play more than most days, like work days, 90 minutes. And then even on like off days, I would not play more than like 2.5 hours. I do think I can allow myself to be a little more lenient with that now, as I now feel like a lot of motivation to do this again. But somehow, like, just doing stuff like that can really change your mindset and, like, make things more interesting again. And of course, now I'm not just mining the entire thing at once, 2 layers at a time. I'm doing more of a ring method, like going down a certain amount and then going back up and doing the same thing. Just keeps things more interesting. That's something I learned to do from Usu completion. Like just giving myself like different ways of doing what is essentially the same thing over and over to make sure that I stay motivated. I kind of lost that ability a little bit, and that's hence why I burned out for a bit. But I kind of got myself back into that mindset, and now I feel very motivated to actually do this again. And it's nice. Because this is like fun and relaxing, which is what I like. I like when things are fun and relaxing for myself. Because honestly, I'm not really like... I would never like being the best at a game or whatever, because that takes way too much energy and effort. So I just kind of like doing things my way, especially as I've gotten older. Oh. So yeah, we're just chilling. Well, let's not say that until I actually complete this. I gotta actually complete this, and then I can say I'm a true completionist. Dang, that was a long stretch of Instamind blocks. That was so satisfying. And with like barely any slowdowns. How many eggs do I got now? Oh, dang. Gotta start throwing some of these again. I'm happy with how much more level this area is. I guess we're gonna do the same, but with this side now. Because I know this side has uh, a lot of deep areas too. Okay, I should throw these eggs. Dang, only 2 chickens from that? Alright. I don't really remember what the odds are supposed to be, but yeah, geez, this area is crazy. Minecraft. No one's even ever played that game before. What's up, Pixel? What's up, Simrad? How you guys doing? Oh no. I don't even want to look at that. 2 hours? Oh my goodness. I don't know why you would ever put yourself through that. It better be a fun job. Hmm, I see. Imagine public transportation. I see. Well, I really hope you enjoy your job because I could never. You know what? This is this might seem counterintuitive, but it actually probably it's a good idea to actually build out a few blocks. So that way I don't have to waste rockets every time I need to get across. And dirt is insta-mineable, so it wouldn't take very long at all to destroy. Slime. Oh. Gunpowder? No. Yeah. Again, seems counterintuitive, but it's actually a good idea to make some dirt bridges. Okay, it's actually a good thing I still have multiple shovels. Didn't think there would still be this many shovel blocks. Especially because I honestly didn't know that Lush Caves had clay. Or like that much clay anyways. That sounds very fun and not inconvenient. Well, I don't have to estimate. You can just look in stats and go to time played 13.14 days. And if you can't convert that, that's a little over 300 in like 10 hours. Best viewers, no way. That's hilarious that those bots still exist. think I just heard a wandering trader. Wait, wait. There's two of them. This guy's trying to sell me moss. Gross. And still no gunpowder. Worthless. Okay, this... Where was I? Yeah, I mean... These vines are messing me up too. Oh, that's some tech I can use. I haven't thought to do that. 'Cause I don't want to waste rockets just to make little jumps. This is just the same guy. What's up, Doki? How you doing? I'd always have that one friend who's just doing the really arduous task, but in a video game. I wonder if doing this will make me good at FPS games. This is the real aim training right here. Man, do any HG servers even exist anymore? You gotta be careful with that pixel. I almost just preemptively deleted that. Yeah, it figures. I'm pretty sure Soup PvP is basically dead. Maybe not completely, but I can't think of the last time I've even done any Soup PvP. I don't know, I don't really enjoy multiplayer like how I used to. Like I don't even know if I like doing Minecraft PvP anymore. I don't really do that anymore. I mean, I just don't really remember the last time I've actually enjoyed playing like just an SMP server. Especially because they always die in like 2 minutes. Look, it's just really hard to beat the satisfaction of digging all these blocks. Digging blocks is basically a consistent dopamine drip. I guess it's comparable to TikTok. This is my TikTok. But instead of watching short videos all day, I'm watching these blocks being destroyed all day. Brick block. Now see this? This is what we need. Surely they would not ban brick block. Also, have they decided whether they're going to actually enforce the law or not about TikTok? I don't actually think he's signed anything yet, unless I missed it. It was enforced, so it's down again? I'm I'm so lost on this thing, like it's like the law was signed a day before Trump actually became the president again. But like Joe was like, I'm not gonna enforce it. That's the next guy's problem. And then it's like, okay. But it's like, I don't know if Trump has actually signed any executive order about TikTok. So now I'm just confused on what's actually happening. Like, whatever, man. It's not like laws even matter anymore in this administration, anyways. Hey, technically we're all women now because Trump literally signed an executive order that basically says that. This is not a joke, by the way. Like, like, I don't understand how these people are real. Like, why even? Like, I know why, but like, why? Why is this the government, the majority of voters who actually voted picked? Yeah. I can only hope that they are so incompetent, like the first time around, that we just don't get as harmed as we could be. But I don't know. Maybe that's just wishful thinking at this point. I love egg prices. I mean, yeah, that's literally exactly right, Pretzel. So we're all women, basically. Personally, I would be fine saying that Trump is our first woman president. I think it's only fair since Trump made the executive order. Women were made up by big gender. True, true. I wish presidents did like cool executive orders, like legalizing every single form of drugs and gambling. This would solve all of our problems. Also, I really can't wait for his concept of a plan to come to fruition about healthcare. I'm sure that concept has come a real long way since the debate. We love concepts of a plan. We have many concepts, the greatest concepts. That's gonna be awkward when you actually rejoin the United States after you guys become the 51st state. uh, when that happens, that will be so awkward. Yeah, that's a good idea. Who's gonna become the next state? Is it Greenland? Is it Canada? Could it be Mexico? I guess we're about to find out. Here's a wild card one. I think Venezuela will become the next state. I think we should make that happen. I mean, if we're gonna go for Greenland, we may as well make Denmark a state too, considering they actually own Greenland. It would only make sense. Yeah. If only people would Google Joe Biden inflation, then they would understand. They would realize. God, I literally heard Trump say that in my head. Sleepy Joe, we call him. You can pump him up like a balloon with how much he loves inflation. I can't do his voice at all, but I love his inflections. I mean, I don't know if you realize this, Pixel. I don't know how many people I've like said this to, but like Donald Trump literally is one of my like one of the reasons I tweet the way I do. I definitely think he has inspired some of the way I like make and structure like my posts and the way I joke about things. Like both for better and for worse. But that's about the only good thing he's ever contributed to my life, so it's not a very long list of positive things he's done for me. Yeah. At least in terms of like a positive contribution to the world, that's really the only area of the world that you could even argue that he's had like a positive impact. If Trump literally never entered politics and he just made like the tweets he made from now until like today, he probably would be like one of the most like one of the best Twitter users ever. Now that's a good idea. It's still hilarious that Trump sent everyone like $600 and had his name signed on every check. And then Joe Biden sent 1,400 to everyone. But people only remember Trump giving people money. I can't wait for Trump to give us more stimulus checks, guys. He's definitely gonna do this. Oh, accidentally fell into the beacon. I'm sure there's someone out there who voted for Trump because they gave him a stimulus check and they're like, well, Trump probably will do that again, right? And because, like, Joe Biden didn't sign his name on every check, I bet some people didn't even know that was Biden who did that. I'm sure that happened. I mean, I really can't understand why people would have voted for this guy otherwise. Like, at least if you want to assume that they weren't just being, like, you know, being played to their fears or being racist or whatever. It's like, okay, if you want to think about economics, it's like, what did Trump actually do that's good for this country? It's like, it's that one stimulus check. Which doesn't make any sense, by the way, because 4 years ago, we literally were dying of COVID and we're on a downward spiral. Like, Trump did not leave the economy better by the time he left. It's really weird because, like, the only time the economy was good under him was, like, before COVID, but, like, it was not any of his doing. But, of course, people who don't pay attention don't know that, so, yeah. GG. And especially with Trump, people just have very selective memories. Also, wait. Wait, this is the first time I've seen gold. I didn't know gold can even spawn that high. That's really high for gold. That's gotta be like the highest it can spawn. Yeah, please do. Anyways. Yeah, that seems pretty evident. Oh, except when the authority is the other guy. Then they're like, we're not gonna listen to him. They'll listen to the quote unquote strong man, but won't listen to the authorities who are actually in charge. And like, maybe they're not good, but at least some aspects of them are good. It's like the guy who's telling you to get a vaccine isn't like trying to kill you. Y32. Okay, so not quite the highest, but it's really close. I mean, this would be Y30, like where it is in the ground. Gold is actually like a resource that I would want to collect while I'm digging. Because that could be like less time at the gold farm. Or maybe even no time at all, depending on how much gold I get. mean, of course, we're still too high up to consistently get a lot of gold. Golden carrots, my food source. Because this is the best food in the game. And also because I'm very bougie. I only eat my carrots with gold wrapped around it. I love having my $100 carrots. Literally 24 karat gold. And I will explain every time. Do not worry. No problem, no problem. Okay. Alright. I should probably wrap up here in just a moment, so when I reach the wall here, I will finish for today. This has actually been a little over an hour and a half now. I was really into it today. There we go. Very nice. How are we on food anyways? Okay, we still have a respectable amount. So I don't need to worry yet. But yep. Just in time to catch the end, yes. Making progress. Okay, but yep. That's gonna be it for me today. Thank you.